It's finally here. The Volkswagen Golf R Mark 8 has arrived in Australia. Now recently we were treated to a walk around with this car. We sort of looked at the cabin, the interior space, the drive lines, what it looks like and what it smells like. However, today we're going to be doing something totally different, and that's putting it out on the track and putting pedal to the metal. We're at Sydney Motorsport's North Circuit, which is long, fast and flowing. We've also got the skid pan at the back with some low grip scenarios. So what we're planning to do is drift this car and race this car. Let's waste no more time. Let's go. Before we get on to the fun on track, let's quickly take a look at the 2022 Volkswagen Golf R range in detail. The product comes in two forms, hatchback and wagon, with that latter dog-friendly estate version just a few weeks away from its debut. The 2022 Volkswagen Golf R hatchback starts from $65,990 and comes with a ferocious 235 kilowatt 400 Nm turbocharged 4-cylinder, complete with trick torque vectoring differential and drift mode. The wagon features mostly the same gear, however a slightly different mechanical package. It features the same 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder, however uses a petrol particulate filter and totally different engine tune. As a result, it makes the same 235 kilowatts as the hatch, but over a longer spread of RPM. Standard features for the 2022 Volkswagen Golf R include Trick Matrix LED headlights, Napa leather upholstery, and the R Performance package as standard, which comes with drift mode and a huge spoiler for good measure. Options for the 2022 Golf R include a panoramic sunroof costing $1,900 on the hatch or $2,000 on the wagon, as well as a Harman Kardon premium audio system for an extra grand. Now before we get out and do some driving, I want to show you some of the cool performance features that this car has for 2022. First are these new R Performance brakes. Now they were reserved for special edition models before, they are now standard in all Golf Rs. Big thumbs up from me. You also get these lightweight 19-inch wheels too, which reduce the unsprung mass and make the car handle better. Last but not least is this massive new big spoiler on the back. It's an option in Europe and it's standard in Australia, and I'm so glad they put it on the car because it gives it so much character and makes it look as sporty as it drives. Alright guys, we're out here at Sydney Motorsport Park in the Mark 8 Golf R. I've done a couple of laps already, so I'll just run you through some of the things I feel about how this car is on the track. The first thing you notice is that torque vectoring differential in the back. It does a really wonderful job of just putting power to the outside wheels like a mechanical slip differential. Helps pull the car in, helps fade the car out when you dial the steering. It's really intuitive, and that's what I love about this car, is how intuitive it is. It's been calibrated by people who love driving. It's been calibrated by people who understand how a car should perform on a racetrack. And to be honest, the proof's in the pudding here. I keep coming back to that point about calibration because it's where Volkswagen do things really well. They understand how a car should behave. Sure, there's lots of technology in this car helping you go fast, but it works with you, it doesn't work against you. So you end up driving with it. Now, I'm not the fastest driver out there, actually far from it, and I've got to say, I was quite impressed with how quick I was around here. The car was easy to use, the steering is great, well weighted, loads up naturally, progressive steering. The brakes are fantastic. They do run out if you're on them a fair bit, but this is a road car overall. However, there's great initial bite. It's an approachable car, and it's amazing how capable it is out on a racetrack. In terms of powertrain, well, I'll give you a bit of that. I'll knock it down a couple of gears here on the main straight, put my foot into it. It's still quick, it's still fast, and it still makes you smile, which is a big thing about this car. Another thing I love about this car is the powertrain. This EA888 Evolution 4 engine is a great thing. You put the boot into it now, it's a bit more responsive. The gears change a bit quicker. You can tell it's an evolutionary take on the engine, and that's a good thing, to be honest. The engine also makes more power than it did before. We have the European tune here for 230 odd kilowatt and about 400 Newton meter, which is plenty of power out on the track. Now, Volkswagen Golf Rs have always been known for their massive amounts of grip. They use 4-motion all-wheel drive, which means naturally they're pretty sticky cars, but this new one with that torque vectoring diff, it just feels a bit more secure and planted than before. Puts the power down better. It's just a more enjoyable and more performance-laden drive, which a lot of people out there love. Now we're rolling into the pits now, but hang on a second. I know you want to know what the drift mode is like, so let's head over to the wet skid pan and go a bit sideways. Now we mentioned to you guys earlier in this piece that this Golf R has something called drift mode. Now we weren't able to give it a go on the track, but we're able to have a good time with it out here on the skid pan. So excuse my bad driving, we'll try to get it a little bit sideways. So we've got a low grip circle here, I'll turn the car in and I'll begin to apply some throttle. We'll see if it goes sideways. As you can see, it's getting very, very sideways. Bit of counter steer there, a bit more throttle. It's actually quite an easy car to drift, to be honest. Let me try one more time. Tip the thing in, give it the beans. Oh, understeer, there's a bit of oversteer. Oh, but there's some oversteer. There you go. You can drift a Golf R, who knew? One last crack, eh? While we're here, we'll try and get it to be a bit more silly, eh? We'll steer it in, max the throttle, kick the throttle in. There you go, a Golf R can drift. Well, as you can see, over on a skid pan it gets sideways, and over on a racetrack it's quite quick too. If you've been waiting for a Golf R, you're in luck. The thing is absolutely fantastic. That new torque vectoring differential gives the car a new ability, makes it more intuitive, makes it fun to drive if you're a keen driver, which is something I love personally. What's it like on the road? Well, I can't tell you that right now because I haven't done too much road driving in it, but I'm going to be spending the next couple of days with it, so I'll be bringing you a full road review in the coming weeks. And as usual, make sure you like and subscribe to the Drive YouTube channel to be kept up to date with the latest and greatest car reviews in Australia.